Have Adam Yorke here, founder of Vestr IO. Now, you've been working on this for a couple of years now, and Vestr has now been accepted into a new chip accelerators pre-seed program. Could you tell us a little about that and just what is a social investing app?
Yeah, 100%. So Vestr is I describe it as the social media for investing. So think Robinhood times Twitter times Substack. So it combines these elements from a bunch of different necessary platforms that retail investors use every day to gather information and data to make decisions. And there are social investing apps out there. It's not a novel idea. It's actually been around since about the early 2010s. But what makes Vestr so different is that we combine elements from a lot of different platforms and bring them all into one. So whereas maybe eToro is just a social feed, we also have the ability for users to subscribe to top traders and get their advice and their trades, similar to a Substack. Think Substack or OnlyFans for investing in a way. But we also have that social feed and we have that raw market data like Twitter or Robinhood.
So you've got an integrated approach.
Yes.
Why do people need this? Is this to up their game as far as their investing and help them time wise and convenience? It seems those to be the two top benefits, but what else really helps them uh, make this one the one to use?
So yeah, definitely time and convenience. Right now, what users, myself, retail investors, what we do is we bounce around from a bunch of different sources, whether it's Yahoo Finance, Barron's, MarketWatch, to Twitter, Reddit, or Discord. It's a combination of this traditional media and the new social media, and we're getting data from a lot of different sources, and there is no one centralized source. This makes it really difficult when you're trying to find investors to trust because there's on traditional social media, there's no review system, right? You can't see their portfolio. It's just simply not built for investing. So what we did is we built a platform that combines all of these news sources, traditional and social, into one, and then added in those reviews and that credibility so that you know that when you are listening to an investor, that if he has 10,000 reviews, 5 stars, and is charging $15 a month, that you can actually trust his word and you don't need to go out on a blind limb and subscribe to their trading course that has no transparency or credibility.
So you're basically using some pretty good verified sources, and do they come in like a feed to you as far as how the data is presented? How does that work?
Yes, so each user can curate their own feed. So that's a mix of
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a mix of following news sources, following topics, following individual investors to see what they post. So the users curate their own feed. We simply just we integrate with the Yahoo Finance and whatnot, and bring it into our platform so that we can deliver the necessary news for you right onto your doorstep.
So they can customize just the way Vesta works for them and
Exactly.
still have the social and the ability to communicate. Uh, you're just being able to engage with each other and that sort of thing sounds like a really great value to be able to do that, not be just jumping all over the internet, but to have it all in one place. Uh, that looks like a great benefit to people. I can see why you're doing this. Is
Yeah.
there an offer that you have, or is this a how does it work? Is it a free app, or do they upgrade later to more services, or how does that part work there, Adam?
Yeah, 100%. So it's free to log on, to view the website, and to see the community from a free perspective. Then if you want to make your own homepage and you want to follow individuals, obviously you should make an account. If we're talking revenue streams, what's really interesting is because we combine these elements of Robinhood, Twitter, Substack, we have those revenue streams as well. So you think Robinhood, they have Robinhood Gold. So that's $5 a month for professional research reports that they basically license from a firm and then repackage. We're going to do the exact same thing with Vestr Plus. And then you have the revenue sharing with creators. The creators, the investing creators that are already on the platform, if they sell a $10 a month subscription, Vestr takes 20% of that. And those subscriptions the prices of those subscriptions are completely controlled by the creator. So it could be $10 a month. The top ones could be charging $100, $200, $300 a month. Doesn't matter. We're taking
Sure.
20% of that. And then, of course, you have the traditional social media revenue stream of ads and sponsorships. So that's what's really interesting about this product, is that it's a unique combination, and there's really nothing else like it on the market. But because we are in that fintech sector, there are so many different opportunities to expand our revenue streams. And right now, users can't buy or sell stocks on through us as a brokerage, but they can log in through their brokerage account, be it TD Ameritrade, Merrill Lynch, Robinhood, and you can actually trade through. You can log into those accounts on Vestr and trade through Vestr. Down the line, we want to become a brokerage as well, so we can capture those trading fees. So there's a lot of room for us to grow and go in
Wow.
different directions.
Yeah, but you've got the convenience there just as you're delivering the services now.
Yes,
That's
100%.
pretty cool.
Mhm.
They don't have to jump out to go to Robinhood. They can actually get to Robinhood right through Vestr. So that's pretty cool. That's
Right.
pretty cool.
I think it's honestly
Now,
more than just the social media for investing. I think it's great that we have all these social elements, but I like to think of it as honestly the dashboard for retail investors.
oh wow, okay. So you're getting right in there with the big boys that run the big charts and do their thing.
Yeah,
Being able
it's not
to
as hard as you
deliver.
think, actually.
Wow. Well, takes a little bit of programming
Yes.
and everything. How far along are you with subscribers so far? How many people are using it, and what kind of feedback have you been getting?
So we launched in September on mobile, and we got 1,200 users completely organically, no marketing, and that's all word of mouth. So we have 1,200 registered users. We have a great community going, and really our focus right now is building the desktop site. I think that the mobile is great, but honestly, I think I made a mistake in going mobile first, and I can put my hand up and say I made that mistake. Mobile, I think, is the middle of the distribution. That's when you reach mass adoption and everybody's using it on their phones. Our earliest users, I think the most proactive users, are going to be on their desktop. So that's where really our focus is right now. But we got great responses on the mobile. We got like 55 five-star reviews, great feedback.
Well, I think mobile will surprise you, and I don't think in the long term of things that it's a mistake because you're in development on the desktop. Just think if you had it reversed, you'd be in development for mobile. And mobile people are kind of unforgiving that it's got to work or they're just going
Mhm.
to go off and use something else.
Right.
So you've solved all of that and you're getting great reviews already. So, my opinion there, just to throw it in there, is that I think you did it right, but it's a longer play. What you're
Yeah.
talking about there. So your early investors still love to use. They're sitting at home and they're in their quiet space where they're really looking into investing. That makes sense. But it's ubiquitous when it comes to using a mobile. Everybody's there using it. They're on it.
Right. Everybody has it.
uh, a big part of the day. It's there for them. It's such a useful tool, and you're there already.
Yep.
So I think in the long run, that's not a mistake. It may seem a little bit of a slow coach, that you're in right
Mhm.
now to get there, but you're getting there. With 1,200 all organic, kudos got to go to you because people, these companies spend millions just trying to get advertising. Maybe to get their first 1,200. You've already done it
Yep. Thank
organically.
you.
So congratulations on that. How often is data updated? How does that work?
It's live. It's a live feed.
Oh, it is live. Okay,
Yep.
perfect. If people have questions, is there an FAQ?
Yes, certainly. I would say right now, the FAQ would be email me, Adam at vestr.io, and I'll respond to you within an hour.
Wow, so they can get a hold of you right now
They
and
can get
that
a
sort of
hold of me
thing.
whenever.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And then you're collecting the data that way, and you're seeing what real investors are looking for.
Exactly.
Uh, you're definitely doing things right. That's great. Could you show us your site and go through, say, the about section so people make sure that we know that you can summarize this in a way that people have a few visuals in front of them? Thank you. And just go through the slides and tell us a little bit about how it works again, so that we have that right. Everyone has it.
100%. So the first page that you're going to see is the feed. And this is like Twitter, Reddit, right? Your social media app. So really you want to stay ahead of the market and you want to get your live data updated. And so you can use this feed to follow assets, be it stocks or cryptos. You can follow investors, you can follow topics. And really, so your feed is where you curate to your portfolio, right? So if you want to focus, whatever you are following, you get your breaking news, you stay up to date on your feed. What's great about then, you can go to the explore page and you can find the best investors. So myself, I'm constantly looking for an edge. And whether you're a beginner, whether you're advanced, whether you're intermediary, you're always looking for somebody to learn from and to get ideas from. So it's not just, we're not just targeting the high-end users or the beginning users. This is applicable to everybody. You want to find the best investors. So that's why we have this leaderboard page where you can see investors that are trending, the winners on the day, and you can sort by category or industry because not everybody invests the same. You can subscribe to these investors. If you want to get their advice, their trades, you can pay 10, 15, however much money they're charging per month to access that information. And what's amazing about Vestr is that it was really born out of a need myself of problems in my life. So if you go on Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, you'll see a bunch of people selling stock trading courses and they all brag they'll make 200% a month. If you invest $10,000 with me, I'll turn it into 100 grand. Most of it is completely BS, right? So what you really want is reviews. So that's why we have this reviews tab over here. And you can see in the bio right here that Kevin Dawson is number 53 in the United States, and made 34.5% in the year. So really what we're adding is credibility. We're adding transparency and we're putting everything into one spot. We're creating this platform for investors. You want to see what's trending. You don't just want to see what's going on in your portfolio. You don't just want to find other investors. You want to see what's trending on the day. So you can go to the explore page. You can see the trending topics, and then you can see the top posts of the day. You can browse the entire site at once. And this really does create a great community aspect of it where you kind of feel like you're in touch with every little bits and corners of the platform. You're not just in the Bitcoin department. You're not just in the Apple department. You can be involved in all of them at once and have your little niches, your feeds where you can really focus on just your portfolio. But if you want to get a feel for everything, you can head over to the explore page or the markets page. So
that sounds really useful.
It really is. And so the feed, I think, is for getting kind of a holistic view, breaking news on your portfolio. The explore page is for seeing what's up to date across the entire market, not just your portfolio. But if you really want to deep dive onto one topic, you're going to head over to the rooms. So these rooms can be public or private. This is the Spotify room, for example. So you can see they're talking about Spotify partnering with this startup called Storytel. They're teaming up with Facebook or the founder Daniel Ek. So the rooms can be about any topic. You can create it with just your friends, or it can be a room with 12 million people focused on Spotify, right? So this is where you really go deep and you interact with that deep community. And I think that that's what's so interesting about rooms. It also opens up opportunities for creators to sell access to their own rooms. If myself and my two other friends want to sell a $5 package to access our room and see just our conversations every single day, we can do that. So I think that these rooms are really going to be a game changer as well. And we're kind of grabbing this from Discord and Reddit. But like I said, we're a combination of a lot of different platforms and we're built for investing, which makes us really, really interesting. So that's the end of these 5 little slides here. But if you download the app, you'll also see that we have a homepage that you can customize that brings everything together. I like to think of that as an Apple homepage, but for your stocks. The other page that is also not in here is just the markets page. And that's where you go, you see the charts on the cryptos or the stocks, you see the basic data, and you can also see what public sentiment is, if people are bullish or bearish, and kind of and tap in that way.
Wow, that's a full spectrum for sure. Uh, got a couple questions left. If you want to go back and unshare
Sure thing.
there. The chat GPT and all of AI is such a big topic right now. Have you looked into how you might be using that into this type of platform to help people? There's probably a million ways to do that. So I was wondering if you've spent any time on that yet.
Yeah, of course, it's on the top of my mind. I think the ways that I had been thinking of using it is because we have so many posts about a different topic. Say you have 1,000 posts about Apple in a day, you could use ChatGPT to summarize that information and provide the bull case and the bear case about a stock pretty easily, day by day as well. And it would do it almost instantaneously. There's a lot of different use cases for it, but I think that aggregating data, massive amounts of data, is what's going to be really useful.
Wow, it's just getting better all the time, and you're able to done something that's needed. Convenience and being able to get answers right away and not have to jump around to all different sites and try and figure out what the sources are. Seeing that you can have validated investors that you could run with,
Mm.
having a room that you can go into and actually have private conversations with. That's amazing. And then there's the creators who can have their own room, whether they charge for it or not, but they set up what they will. Uh, wow, you're catering to the whole investment community. Awesome. This has been fantastic to learn more about Vestr. Uh, what are you going to do coming out of the seed program, as that develops, and where would that money go? Is that for promotional purposes or for more development with the desktop, or a bit of both?
Right. So a little bit of both. So primarily development. So really building a great product that once we get users on, we can just harness the network effects and we don't have to spend too much on marketing. And I mean, I think that's what's great about this platform is that all we have to do is get the creators on. And great news, a lot of creators are already on board and they're so excited because they see this as a platform to monetize and to add different revenue streams. So actually, we don't have to spend too much money on marketing. Really, what we need to focus on is product development and just making sure that we have runway to build this out because all good things take time.
Word of mouth, positive word of mouth spreads awfully fast when you've got something that's fantastic.
Mm,
It's like a restaurant that serves the best food and the best service, and you want to tell everybody about it.
right.
It's kind of like that. So word of mouth can go real fast with this. Well, congratulations on this.
Thank
That's that's it. I think we covered it all. I think you've answered every question I could think of, and more. And we'll see who contacts you and who's asking you. Digging a little bit deeper and seeing where you're at, and all of that. And hopefully you get some great registrations, some new
of
people in there
course.
jumping on. Thanks, and see you soon.
Thank you. See you soon.